Hello dear students, this is Jahedul sir. Today I will discuss about the great leader of Bangabandhu, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Okay, let's see. Here we can see the leadership of Bangabandhu, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Okay, the main leadership in the liberation war of Bangladesh came from Bangabandhu, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the architect of independence and father of the nation. Here we can see the word architect. What is the meaning of the architect? Architect means a person who is responsible for planning or creating an idea, an event or a situation, etc. Okay, he devoted all the activities, struggles and movements of his life to achieve freedom of the Bengali nation. Here we can see a word, devoted. What is the meaning of the devoted? Devoted means having great love for something. So he devoted all the activities, struggle and movements of his life to achieve freedom of the Bengali nation. So he put in a lot of effort to establish the Chhatra League in 1948. So we know Chhatra League was established 1948 and the Awami League in 1949. Most important question, Awami League was established 1949. He played a vital role in the language movement in 1948 and 1952. So, language movement 1948 to 1952. He played a vital role. He was the most prominent among the first detainees of the language movement. First detainees. What is the meaning of detainees? Here we can see the word detainees. So, detainee means a person who is kept in prison usually because of her or his political opinions, means detainee. So, irrespective of the assembly or of the street, he was always vocal in favor of Bengali language and culture. He was always vocal. What is the meaning of vocal? Vocal means protesting about something loudly and with confidence. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation, played the important role single-handedly in the Jukto United Front election in 1954 in the movement to get the constitutional recognition of Bangla as the state language in 1956. So here we can see Bangla was recognized as a state language 1956. Most important, in organizing agitation against the martial law of General Ayub Khan in 1958. Martial law 1958. Here the word agitation. What is the meaning of the agitation? Agitation means worry and anxiety that you show by behaving in a nervous way. That's mean agitation. Okay. In the movement to realize the 6-point demands in 1966, in mass uprising of 1969, here we can say 6-point demand was submitted 1966 and mass uprising 1969. Okay, after in the landslide victory of the Awami League in the election of 1970. So, first 1970 first general election, landslide victory from the non-cooperation movement to the declaration of independence and in winning the liberation war in 1971. 1971 liberation war. Bangabandhu had to spend in prison as a political detainee for long 12 years out of 24 years of the Pakistan regime. He gave clarion call for freedom in his historic 7 March 1971 speech in the sequence of struggle. 1971 speech in sequence of struggle. Here we can see he gave the clarion call for freedom. Clarion means, what is the mean here? Clarion. Clarion means a clear message or request for people to do something. It is the meaning of clarion. So he gave clarion call for freedom in his historic 7 March speech. So after when the Pakistan army shoved on the innocent people of the country with Uttar. Currently on 25 March, he formally declared independence of Bangladesh in the early hour of 26 March 1971. Here we can see Pakistani army shot on the innocent people. What is the meaning of the shot? Shot means to visit or attack something or somebody suddenly and without warning. So here another word, the people of the country with Uttar currently on 25 March. Uttar currently. Uttar means used to emphasize how complete is. So finally he called for the war of independence in his great oration of 7 March 1971 following the wave of armed struggle. Oration, already I have said, oration means a formal speech made on public. A formal speech made on public. So our liberation war was directed after his name. Directed means happening or done without involving other people, actions, etc. So he was the commander-in-chief of the liberation war and the president of the Mujibur government. Most important sentence here, he was the commander-in-chief of the liberation war and the president. He was the most important question here, he was the commander-in-chief of the liberation war and also he was the president of the Mujibur government. Two important information. So we achieved the independence for his strong and uncompromising leadership. His strong and uncompromising leadership. Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is the father of the nation, the great leader of our independence and the great architect of a sovereign Bangladesh. Okay, here I am repeating the contribution of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as a great leader. 1948 established Chhatra League, 1949 established Awami League, 1948 and 1952 played vital role. Language movement, 1954 United Front election, 1958 organizing against martial law, 1966 submitted 6-point demand, 1969 contribution of mass uprising, 1970 landslide victory of general election, delivered 7 March speech, 26 March early hour declaration of independence, and finally 1971 liberation war. At everything Bangabandhu had an outstanding contribution. Okay dear students, at last I would like to say the most important thing that Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was imprisoned 12 years out of 24 years of the Pakistan regime. Okay dear student, that's it. No more today. See you again.